Good morning, one and all. I'd like to open this meeting of the Gloucester Council on Aging. Today is Wednesday, July the 2nd, 2025. It is 9:30 a.m. and we are meeting on the second floor conference room of the Rose Baker Senior Center. Let's see, I note I have Dominique will not be joining us today, and Rosalie Castro has resigned.
Who has? Oh, Rosalie.
Yeah, Rosalie. So, let's see, for the purposes of the recording secretary, could be signed in, please.
Barry McKay.
Suzanne Silvera.
Betty Monroe.
Michelle Shibataro.
Susan Goodall.
Tiffany Machado.
Elise Sinagra.
Good, we have a quorum. The next item on the, excuse me, agenda is public oral communications, but seeing nobody in the audience, and that includes on the wall.
Oh, wait.
Would that be
Oh, Arena.
great?
Oh, wait, how do I let her in now?
Yeah, it would be nice to have it up in the right corner of the screen so that we can see
Yeah.
somebody pop up.
This is a dry run to see if we can keep
Yeah,
people.
I just did promote to panelists, so, Arena, can you hear us?
Let's get this plug out. 10 o'clock.
If this falls through, I'm not going to Habitat for Humanity. I will be shot.
On the sheet.
Arena, can you hear us? Here we go.
There she is.
Oh, good,
There
okay.
we go.
Yay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
That's your end.
Okay, I'll raise my hand next time.
It's nice to see you.
Okay, so Arena is here as well. Good. Let's see. Item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of June the 4th, 2025. Are there any additions, corrections, or changes? Hearing none, excuse me, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of June the 4th, 2025 as written?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Barry. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Susan. Any further discussion? Because there is somebody coming in on Zoom, we have to do this by oral approval, beginning with Barry.
What are we approving this time?
The minutes.
Oh, the minutes. Yes.
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 I don't.
Yes, everybody. else.
You don't approve the minutes either, yeah.
You do. Did you say yes?
I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to approve.
Dry run.
Okay. Dry run, yes.
I've never done this before.
Showing that Tiffany is amenable in general, yes.
I'll get the hang of it. Dominique is not here. I brought a copy of the Public Health Nurses Report for anybody that's seen it. Basically, Gloucester's in very good shape. And I'm sure Dominique would confirm that, but she's crewing on the Bermuda race.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and she won't be back until after the 4th. But the YMCA is up next with Arena. You're on.
Hey, Arena.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's been a while. So Cape Ann YMCA, I don't have too many updates. I always try to make sure I'm tailoring my updates with the fact that we are a nonprofit. We're also a social enterprise. So not all of what we do is completely open to the community. So I make sure to tailor my announcements for this group for things that are specifically open to the community. We have so many members, it almost feels like we have a little village in our Y anyway. So the one thing I wanted to mention, just general updates, are that July is Disability Pride Month. And our Y has a specific yoga class. It's an inclusive yoga class that is open to all. And it is particularly tailored to those who are on the, those who have autism. But that doesn't mean that, you know, if there's someone that feels like that the class would be appropriate for them, it's also available. So the class is going to be offered on Sundays at 11:05 and it will go to 11:50. So it's a somewhat shorter class. And again, it's generally for those who are living with disabilities, but customized to those with autism. Other than that, we always have a customized events calendar called Connectors, which is customized for seniors in our membership community. And every quarter we do a big community event, which Elise we've worked on together, a big community event for all seniors in our community. So we haven't announced what we will be doing at the end of summer, early fall, but I'm working on a terrific plan for that. So I'll keep you updated once we have that.
Excellent. And that class, that yoga class, Renee, you said that is open to everybody, meaning outside the paywall, kind of, the community can participate in that without being a member?
Yes. There is the caveat that obviously you check in, we make sure we know who you are and we have your contact information for safety purposes, but there is no payment or membership required for that particular class.
Okay, so they might need to register with somebody before they attend the first class, or?
Yes, they can come into the front desk and just sign in as a guest.
Okay, perfect. Good. I'll spread the word on that.
Thanks.
Awesome.
And absolutely open to any questions if anyone has any questions.
Um,
Right around the table.
No, good.
We could.
Oh,
nice to see you.
Nice to see you all too. Happy summer.
Happy summer, yeah, happy 4th. Are you gonna hang out with us for the rest of the meeting or some part of it, or?
Some part of it, yes.
Well, all right, I will not put my back to you again, because that just felt very rude. So,
Thank
okay.
you.
Internet communications is up next. Superintendent Barry?
Nothing on my end.
Nothing new. I'm procrastinating.
Good, summertime.
Yeah.
Remote programming in Magnolia or Lanesville?
I am going to a meeting of the Board of Directors of the Lanesville Community Center next Thursday night. I'm on the agenda. I'll be talking to them about whether or not we might be able to do something,
Good.
put something together over there. Nothing in
So
Magnolia
I
yet.
touched
Yeah.
base with Kurt Henderson, who is on the board at the Magnolia Library.
Yeah.
And asked him some questions, told him what, he said, well, how much you gonna pay us?
Magnolia.
Well, they're always trying to raise
Oh,
money,
sure.
for their building and
Yeah.
whatever. And I said, well, Kurt, I said, to be honest with you, we're not gonna pay you anything because we're gonna be offering free, hopefully, programs for seniors down here
Right.
remotely.
Yes.
Oh, he said, so they were in the middle of doing their Porch Fest. So I kind of got put on the back burner, but it's something that we could certainly set up to
Yeah.
meet with their board.
Build on that. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Betty.
and see if there's something else we can do, but it
Good.
was so funny. How much you gonna pay? We're not gonna pay anything. So.
Got some take dance.
We'll press over at Essex County Habitat, you may come back at that at 10 o'clock. The published the monthly column, special events calendar. Where are we on that?
I haven't heard anything back.
That's the
What
next
was your
step.
ask of them again, Suzanne? Can you remind me? Were we talking about getting a monthly column, kind of like Tracy Arabian does
Mhm.
weekly? Or were we talking about just having a more consistent presence in the calendar of events, or both, or what did you
Well,
write? to them?
both. As far as a monthly column, I'm no Tracy Arabian. I had suggested that maybe once a month we could, do some photos, a little blurb about
Yeah,
the senior center, but I never heard back from the editor.
okay.
Is there any further thoughts on that?
Well, I think we need to pursue it because I know their readership's down and they're getting worse all the time, but
Right.
for the few people that do read it,
We could move the curve on that.
yeah.
Well, it's online too, so whatever they put out there people would see it online if they had access.
Yeah.
I can understand you're not getting any callbacks because I've heard many complaints about calls not being returned. And there's no other person that I know of that you could contact.
Right.
So
I don't think they're probably interested in doing anything.
you would think they would
I
because their
think they
business
would
is so
be.
bad.
It's free content, free.
I'd
yeah,
I'd
we
be
write
very
it.
happy to stop by their office and just,
Would you?
yeah,
Yes, please.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's harder for them to turn me away if I'm there.
Unless
So
that person's not
you don't mind
available.
me doing that?
No, I don't mind it. I don't even know if the editor's in
Right,
Gloucester.
right. That's the other thing.
That's another problem, but it doesn't hurt to,
Yeah.
I know there's always somebody at the front desk, whether they can point you in the right
Ethan
direction.
Keeps a desk there. doesn't he?
Pardon?
Ethan keeps a desk there.
He might. I haven't been in a few years, but there was like 3 people there when I went in.
Yeah.
They basically operate out of Beverly.
Yeah, I
It just
remember-
seems stupid on their part because
the
there's
reporting
so
they
much
did on
free
the-
stuff
on the,
they could
you know,
get that
King's
would make
Day.
it more
Mm.
Yes.
reasonable to pay your, what, $20 a month?
I mean, yeah, I mean, the press,
something you
the
need
press
to
on the
do
No
with it.
King's Day, when we had roughly, what was it, 2,000 people, and it was based on Swampscott, I
Yeah,
think was what the article was on.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
after times.
Yeah.
So, the next day, even had a large column on those. So they are listening, they do listen. They do listen. Rose Baker Senior Center's 25th anniversary coming up. A planning committee or working group? What's your preference?
Working group,
For-
right, because what are the practical differences? I think working group has some more flexibility.
All right,
But actually, we might want to skip over that because that agenda item might change a little based on something else that's not yet on the agenda that I'm gonna talk about in my director's report.
okay. Yeah, because I think the working group means that it's people on this board, but also from outside.
Right, and I think that's the way we should go.
But the planning is principally us.
Is it? I would like some outside, on
Are
that
you
too,
looking
so.
Physical,
Planning in a working group are different.
I thought so.
Okay. Hadn't heard that one.
What's the difference?
Yeah,
The difference is from my sense, is that you draw people from outside of your board.
No, I meant but what's the difference between planning and,
Planning would be exclusive, only members of the board.
okay, I
oh,
get
I
it.
see, okay. But we plan it and then we get other entities in?
Planning board works with a working group.
Okay.
But we'll pass on that. Want to table it or,
Can I answer that after we
Sure.
figure out
Yeah.
how it might need to change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
move along? And one in the same concert with collaborative meetings with the Council on Aging. As part of the celebration for the year to have all the groups come together and the focus is the
Oh, yeah.
25th anniversary. Does that make sense? It was a very good idea that you had.
Well, I just thought the sharing information is a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's part of the the celebration,
Okay.
I had no opinion on it.
Any thoughts around the table? Do we want to, want to carry this forward? I have a frog today.
Collaborative meetings of the Council on Aging, yeah, can we leave it on there, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And I think that we can think of ways to kind of have that take a little bit more
Let's
form.
see, remote programming other.
Remote programming other, we got the problem figured out. IT was great and got it figured out so that we can have hybrid exercise classes and they won't record.
Yeah.
Right as that got squared away, our yoga instructor who had agreed to do the hybrid class had like a family emergency and had to go to Texas for a couple weeks. She's just returned and she's realizing that the class that we wanted to offer hybrid is, she's finding it a challenge because it's so well attended. She's finding it a challenge to be able to, really do right by the people in the room and making sure that like, oh, no, your left foot needs to move a little, really being able to make those adjustments with people. So she and I talked through kind of how to move forward with it. And we are going to, I didn't announce it in the newsletter yet. What we're going to do is we're going to start having people register for that Wednesday class so that we can cap in-person attendance.
Good.
That way she can pay attention to everybody. And I didn't put the link or anything about it, any hybrid capabilities in the newsletter yet. What I'm gonna do is reach back out to the people who kind of complain the most loudly about the other Zoom class going away.
Yeah.
And let just a couple of them know that we've got this option now. That way Marilyn can kind of get used to it. She can have the smaller amount of people in the room, get used to maybe 2 people coming in hybrid and see if she's ready then to make an announcement that could lead to more people coming in hybrid. So we're taking steps towards it, but it's
Will the Zoom
Yeah.
address that you give out remain constant for each course? Or does that number change every time?
I believe that will remain constant.
Correct.
Yes, I'll double check that with IT, but I think it'll remain constant, so. Yeah,
Anything further? Any questions on?
Nope.
Let's see. Home meals program. Where are we with approval of the kitchen?
we still don't have approval of the kitchen. I have to order, I was gonna kind of go to senior care and kind of try to get them to honor what they had said months ago, which was that they'd get the screen that we need to get. But then I looked at the prices of them on Amazon and I'm just gonna get one.
But now, we really think a screen door is what we need rather than a hanging screen. We decided that last meeting.
We did.
We did.
Well, the health department would be fine with the magnetized thing and it is cheaper and we can get it from Amazon and put it up and it's done. The door is, who's gonna pay for it? How are we gonna get
Okay,
DPW's
so let's
attention?
get the hanging screen with the understanding that it is
As an
temporary
interim,
until
right.
we get a screen door.
Okay, and
Okay.
then, right, I just need to let Dominique know and she'll have
Great.
Sophia come back over. And I think we'll be ready to go, but the pause right now on moving forward with the new arrangement with the open door, the pause is with the open door. They had asked
Yeah.
that we just completely table it all until they get Dan Trimble
Right.
replaced. So that gives us a little bit of time to solve the screen door thing, but
I'm at open door now a lot more often than I used to be. I'm volunteering there a lot. So,
thank you,
I
Fred.
will, keep you abreast.
Okay.
If the Board of Health is okay with it, try it. Why not? Just
What?
the screen.
The screen, yes, they are. They had
And
actually
try
said
it.
that they were, yeah.
My sense, it might not work, but just,
Yeah, it was cheap. It's not
to be
expensive.
candid, when I was coming in the other morning, I looked again, that's a metal frame door. Put a screen door on there would not be a basic carpenter coming in because
Yeah.
now you're screwing into metal. And
Yeah.
the problem then becomes, the only place you can put it is on the outside. It would have to open out, which all exit doors have to open out. But that would be okay. So it'd be okay to screen out. But it would still be a
It does
project.
restrict the width of the door for.
A little bit, but
Yeah.
you know it's gonna be there, and it's gonna slam all the time and all that good stuff, but that's okay. Again, if the Board of Health is okay with it,
Which is a pull screen as well, with a strong magnet. We have them on our, course, work very well, actually.
really.
Yeah, I have those too.
Okay.
I mean, is that something that we could look into with Cape Ann? West to see if they could do, they do
Yes.
doors.
Well, but they're gonna bring a commercial door, and a commercial door is gonna be a lot more
And
than you get at Home Depot, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I just, thought
But-
maybe they would,
Oh, and donate.
Well, this is a Michael task, anyway. Okay,
Yes,
it's a DPW task.
it truly is, but again, let's try the screen.
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that'll
Let's just
be
get it up
for
and
the
see if it
health,
works.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Let's go for it.
Great.
Yeah.
Can we afford it?
Yes.
Great.
what is it?
Keeper of the purse.
Oh, Seacoast, Seacoast, no, Sea, Sea something.
Oh, yeah.
Seniors on the go bus. You
Um,
you chaperone.
I know.
Right, so the Seniors on the Go bus, I got the great experience of going on the Seniors on the Go bus, which was just very instructive. It's not a good use of my time. Rosalie is not with the program anymore because her grant ran out. But we did manage to get a little bit of funding and I need to post a position that's gonna be the Seniors on the Go kind of coordinator. That'll be the person that goes on the bus. And that's, I hope to be able to get that done like the next day or two, the next working day or two, to get that posted. And that's gonna be important. In the meantime, because it's not a good use of my time, Tiffany's time, or not Natalia's time, to just go on these bus trips, although they're kind of fun. So yeah, I went with Seniors on the Go up to Salem Willows. And then I also went with Seniors on the Go to special kind of thing they did, which was a screening of the movie Coda over at the
Yeah.
community cinema in Rockport. And we went to that and it was great. The health department, because it was the end of that grant that had been paying Rosalie, and they had gift bags for everybody, and Tiffany and Natalia were incredible. There was food, sandwiches. And it was a big group effort, but you know, a lot of people really enjoyed it. That got to be more people than just would fit on the bus, because some people just got themselves there. So we had about 30 people watching that movie, not a dry eye in the place, because it's kind of a tearjerker and a great movie. And
That's not a good use of your time.
it was not a good use of my time. It was not a good use of my time, but something,
Great.
But
for you.
anyway.
I know,
yes. So I'll get into the interest in it. My next item, director's report, I'll tell you what happened that was interesting while that movie was playing. So anyway, so we are now, for the month of July, we only have 2 seniors on the go trips. We're gonna do, I think the most critical one as far as seniors' needs being met is the monthly Walmart trip. They need things from Walmart. So we're gonna do like Walmart and Wendy's, and then I think we only announced one other one. What did I say? Like Target and just one to the other mall and like another place. And we'll have to figure out who's gonna go on those ones. And I'll just get that position filled as quickly as possible.
how many hours was that?
I gotta do all that math. I gotta see the amount of money that they gave me, and the bus has gone from 10 to about 1:30.
Okay.
So that's what I think it needs to be. It's only about like 5 hours a week. So the time on the bus and a little bit of time, just giving the restaurant the heads up and say, hey, we've got 14 seniors coming on such and such a date. So,
Because I know Rosalie used to talk about a lot of time she spent at home coordinating these trips.
Right.
Confirming and all that, so that person,
Right, that
other person had to be paid for that.
yes. Yeah, but we do have some other staff that has some capacity. Michelle, our new medical rights coordinator, I think, has a little bit of capacity to be able to help with some of the planning stuff. But I just don't want her, we don't want to lose her to go off and be the person on the bus either. So yeah, we'll get that role filled, and then we'll get back to having our regular Monday fun day 4 times a month, or maybe 5 if there's 5 Mondays. But we just have a little temporary slowdown with seniors on the go.
And directors report until 10 o'clock.
Does directors report until 10 o'clock?
So just take part of it is what I'm suggesting with preparation that we'll ask you to stop at 10 in order to open for
Okay, well, not being one to bury the lead. The part I will tell you about is that while I was sitting in the movie Coda, it occurred to me that there was a day the day that had been promised by MCOA that they would get back to us to let us know if we got the grant or not. Remember the grant, the competitive grant I told you that I was going for? And I was like very quietly checking my email and wanting to stand up and go, we got the grant. And I couldn't because Coda was playing, because the movie was playing. So right here and right now, we got the grant. So yeah, we got the grant. So if I could officially request that the chair have an item under a new business item for the next and ongoing agendas. And that's what makes me think that maybe we don't do a working group just for the anniversary, because the timing, I think, is going to be perfect.
Yeah.
This is going to be a comprehensive, we're going to do this right. We're going to make sure that people feel ownership of it, that there's buy-in from the people who already use this place, and that we come up with a name that both is pleasing to the people that already come here. They feel included in that process. They're going to be included in the process. And we also come up with a name that might get some other people who previously wouldn't have thought of coming here because of their whole rebranding. And the way we've got it timed out is that it should coincide with the anniversary of the ribbon cutting, which is in May. So we could do a new ribbon cutting. We could unveil all the new branding. We could do a lot of really cool things with press attention and stuff, I think, around this. So we might want to change that, the thing about having a working group for just the anniversary to having the working group be my working group to help with all this rebranding stuff. Next month, when this is on the agenda, I will provide the board with the proposal that I submitted, because you guys are implicated. They do say how can you assure us that this is going to have adequate oversight? And that's where I talk a little bit about my background and credentials. And I also say that I'll be working with a working group of my board and reporting to the board on progress every month, which I will be. So you're all implicated.
I have read a lot of grant proposals in my life, and I'll tell you, it was like, where's the check? It's just so well written. Seems, I didn't change a word. She sends me stuff to edit, copy edit, stuff like, not a word. It's fabulous.
Thank you.
$25,000.
25K, yeah. So we're
Nice.
pretty excited, yeah. Other things on director's report, I think are gonna have to wait until our guest. Let me see if we've got the guest over here. Yeah.
Should be with us.
Oh, two participants.
Aha.
Who's in here?
What are the other ones?
There we go.
So these are questions that have already been asked to them. So they can see what's already been asked of the.
Megan. Megan, I presume, wait, this is me. The person talking to you was off camera. Megan, I presume, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Great. I'm Elise. I'm the Director of Elder Services here. And this is the Council on Aging Board of Directors. Thank you for being here.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. My name is Megan. I'm the Executive Director of Essex County Habitat for Humanity. And I'm happy to chat with you a little bit about our critical home repair program. I guess first, I'm not totally clear. Are you all familiar with our critical home repair program? And this is the second time I'm kind of coming back to just answer additional questions, or is this sort of a first step into this program for you?
May I take that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Megan, my name is Barry McKay.
Hi, Barry. We've emailed
We
and talked on the
finally
phone,
meet.
and well, yes, I feel like I know you. Just,
Yes.
just in trying to schedule this. Yeah.
This whole request for the meeting came out of the Gloucester Daily Times happenings type section where you folks had put out about the critical repair program.
Ah, great.
And the board wanted to find out more about it, and we started back in January. And then we had to cancel a meeting, and now we're up to this date.
Okay, great.
We've talked about it a number of times.
Okay.
We are interested in knowing, and I provided to you 6 questions.
Yes.
Board members will have some other questions. So if you want to work through the questions that kind of I put in that letter, if you have them with you.
Yep.
Or I can ask them either way.
No, I have it. Sure. So I guess I can hit sort of the questions that you asked, but I also can kind of hit a little bit more broadly about our organization or
Please.
our kind of the work that we do and this specific program. So let me kind of do the broad brushes first, because just to make sure. So Habitat, you probably know we do affordable home ownership programs. That's what makes us different from affordable housing organizations. I think all housing is important right now, right? And so, but Habitat we just work with homeowners. So we do that in 2 ways. One of the ways is either we build new homes or repair, create housing, rehab housing to create home ownership opportunities. Actually, we're working on a project right now in Gloucester. We're working on buying a property from Action Inc. To create new housing on Washington, 47 Washington. It's an old property that Action Inc. used to run their heating assistance program out of. So if we're able to move that project forward, we'll create 3 units of new housing that will be condos that can be purchased by individuals or families. And so the work that we do is different from other affordable housing organizations because it is just home ownership. The other program that we run, and the reason that you asked me here today, is to talk about our critical home repair program. So our critical home repair program is a bit newer of a program, and the way that program works to help low-income home owners stay in their homes. So that can be anything from helping to do roof repairs, heating system repairs, anything, window replacements, anything that's going to preserve the structure and integrity of the home, to home adaptations, things that are going to help make the home accessible for someone who needs some home modifications, some bathroom modifications, ramps. We do a lot of ramps, a lot of bathroom modifications to help make it so that, while the program is not specific to seniors, it tends to be a lot of seniors who take advantage of the program. Generally, there's not a lot of low-income folks that own homes other than seniors. The way that the economics of buying a home works is a lot of the folks who have owned their home for many years, paid off their mortgage, and really now are struggling to stay in their homes, tend to be seniors. And so what we're seeing, the folks that we're serving through this program in particular, tend to be seniors. So, although not exclusively. So, the Critical Home Repair Program serves primarily low income and some disabled folks who are keeping them in their homes. So, now let me try and answer some of the questions because you sent me specific questions. So let me cut to the chase. You asked pointed questions, so let me get to them. Generally, the funding for our program generally comes from a couple different sources. The funding for our program comes primarily from cities and towns. So affordable housing trust funds, or different in different communities, we have different agreements with the community is the largest source of our funds. We don't currently have an agreement with the city of Gloucester that covers just sort of a general blanket agreement like we have with many municipalities. We've done one large project within Gloucester that helped one particular homeowner and was a very large project for that particular homeowner. And we would consider doing more projects within Gloucester. In other communities, what we have set up is an agreement like with their affordable housing trust or with the city, where it's a set amount of funding provided by the city, and then we run the program for the community. That is our largest source of funding to do this work. We also have some grant funding in communities. So we have a Cummings grant that we can use. That is, that's $60,000 a year spread throughout the whole county. So that is, of course, somewhat limited in how much funding we have through that. And then we have some grant funding that is specific, like to Andover, North Andover, and Lawrence, or we have some other funding that we can tap into. So depending on the communities, and then we also have some funding that we can tap into that is, so if it's a veteran, we can tap into some certain funding for that. So we're able to look at specifically kind of what's the situation and what funding might we be able to tap into given the particular situation. All of that went to try and answer question number one, which is to say, generally, the homeowner is not responsible for any portion of the costs related to the repair. Primarily in this program, we say that we serve households earning up to 60% of area median income. But what I've really been surprised by as we have grown this program is that the households that we're serving, most of them are living on incomes of $20,000, $25,000 a year. And when you think about paying for your insurance, your property taxes, your food, your medication, I don't know how your heat. I don't know, even if you're receiving assistance for some of these things, I don't know how you then also tack on, some loan repayment or some additional cost for this type of repair on top of that. So we have really looked to figure out a way where we would pay for this with grant funding to make this work possible. So, the work that we're doing has been 100% covered by the funding sources that we have. That does mean that in some cases we haven't been able to take on all of the projects that we would like because we just don't have the funding to take on all of the projects that we would like. Does that answer question number one?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Long-winded answer. I'll try and get through some of the others quicker. Number two, Habitat pulls the building permit.
Fine.
Number three, yes, the project is covered by workers' comp. We have a licensed construction supervisor who works for us. And so depending on the project, so we have, you may know that Habitat uses volunteers on many of our projects, particularly our new construction projects. So on our new construction projects, there might be one licensed construction supervisor and 12 eager bankers out there helping to build on the site for the day. When we're doing critical home repair, we very much limit the number of volunteers. Typically, it is 2 volunteers who go help on a maximum on critical home repairs, and they are skilled volunteers. So we typically have a pool of 6 of our most skilled volunteers who are the only folks that we ask to help with our critical home repairs. And the reasoning for that makes a lot of sense. If you think about who's going to come help who's going to come do a project in your house, right? You don't want 12 eager bankers in your house trying to do a project there, right? You just need the number of people who you need in your house doing the project and getting in and getting out quickly. But our employees are covered by workers' comp, and then our general liability insurance covers our volunteers. And stop me if I'm going too quickly or if I'm not. Speed me up if I'm going too slow too. Move it along. You can say, we want to get back to our business. The sweat equity, we really do not require our homeowners to do the sweat equity. Many of them are, there's a lot of cookies being baked for our I think the guys who volunteer on our critical home repair enjoy that. There's some baklava that is being served. But there's not a lot of sweat equity being done on the critical home repair, and it's a much shorter project. They're in and out in a week. It's not like the new home construction type of projects. So these are very different. No church organization group partner is required. I'm not sure what that was. I think there are sometimes, times where that partnership is helpful if there's, some, if a Rotary Club wants to provide, depending on what the project is, if it's an outdoor, building a new staircase, building a ramp, that sort of thing, and that there is that kind of support, that's lovely, but that's certainly not a requirement. And size of the property would be the land itself that we were just asking about. Sometimes we are working on like in Peabody, you might be surprised, but there are mobile homes in Peabody, and so I don't think anybody realizes that is part of the naturally occurring affordable housing in Essex County, but it is. And so sometimes we just need to know kind of what the work is that we're going to be getting into. So understanding that. Anything else that I can answer? I'm happy to chat about the program.
Would you go into an apartment building to work on a single apartment?
We do not. We are only a home ownership organization, so we only do work for homeowners. We don't
If
do
it's,
work
if
for
this is a,
landlords.
if it was a condominium, would that do?
Oh, so condominiums are different. So if it is work that is the responsibility of the homeowner, then yes. But not if it is the responsibility of the HOA, right?
Got it. Yep.
So we do look at the condo docs and understand, is this, we'll pull those condo docs off the registry and understand, is this something that is the responsibility of the HOA, in which case the HOA needs to step up and take care of whatever that repair is.
But
Or is it-
rehabbing a bathroom in a
Yeah,
condominium
if
is something you
it's a
would do.
modification for a homeowner who's living, absolutely, yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good question. Well, this has been terrific. I do
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on.
Great.
Megan, are you affiliated at all with what used to be Habitat of the North Shore?
Yes, that's a great question. Thank you. So, during the pandemic, with nothing else going on, Habitat North Shore and Habitat Merrimack Valley decided it was the perfect time to undertake a merger. So, we put the two together. Did you work with Don Preston?
I
at
did.
all? Yeah.
I launched Family Promise North Shore Boston, which is a family homeless shelter
Oh,
program, and Dawn was on my board, and
Yes.
Habitat came in and rehabbed. I had found what had been retail space on Rantoul Street in Beverly, and Habitat came in with a swarm of not bankers, but Salem State students, and they just completely rehabbed the inside of that, what had been a
Wonderful.
retail space, put in 2 beautiful bathrooms,
Yes.
wheelchair accessible, everything, accessible. They made it a beautiful living room, kitchenette. I mean, they just did incredible work. And
Yes.
Don can be a nudge.
Yes.
But he got the job done, but he loved
Yes.
he loved to rib me about, Gloucester being
Yes.
not as good as Beverly. So if
Oh,
you,
dear.
yeah,
Oh, dear.
so do you see
Yes.
Don?
Yes, Don was looking to retire, and so I'm his exit strategy.
Oh, good. Jan will be glad to hear that, Megan. Jan will be glad to hear that.
Yes, yes.
Please tell him Elise from Gloucester, his favorite city
All
that's
right,
better than
all right.
Beverly, said hi.
All right, will do, will do.
Okay,
Questions
thank
for
you.
Megan around the table?
No.
No. Mary,
Just one comment. Thank you, Megan,
Yes.
for joining with us. I think I heard what you were saying about the city agreement and the need for it. Perfect thing for the board to chase going forward.
Great,
The issue comes down to budgets in municipalities,
absolutely.
and states and country are
Yeah.
becoming a real issue right now.
Uh-huh.
I've seen it go from bad times though to good times.
Yes,
If not now, when things turn around with the economy, which they tend to always do.
yes,
That's something I've got in my notes to push the city to have that
great.
done and have an agreement with you folks. The
Great.
reason is, and if anyone hasn't read through your website, when you start to think about the number of people around the state and the country talking about the need for housing, the one group that impresses me the most is Habitat for Humanity, because they go out and they do it.
Yeah,
And it's unlike any other program going. And whether it's a church group or the 10 happy bankers that want to help, wherever the help has to come from is great. Especially with church groups. Church groups tend to help the congregation people.
Mm.
And it's a wonderful source of skilled labor in many cases. So I appreciate your time and taking today with us.
well,
Excellent.
thank you. And stay tuned, because hopefully we'll get that project going with that property that Action Inc. owns. So that 47 Washington Street property, we're looking to get that going this summer. So if all
Great.
goes well, I'll be signing that PNS in the next day or two. So,
Excellent.
Thank you.
all
Wow.
right, have a good day.
Awesome, Megan. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Megan.
thanks, bye-bye.
No,
Oh,
it'll be
next
the
to it.
GAR.
GAR.
It had been the, energy building. That's funny. I had not heard that at the Action Board meeting.
Thank you for setting that.
If you
Yeah, that
folks
was
haven't
very-
read their
very-
website, and I spent a few hours going through it, I kept coming back to this. Everybody like governments, especially governor, talking about housing. And this outfit is out there. They've been out there for many, many years. They do have champions.
Remember President Carter?
Yeah,
Well, they had
yes.
Carter is kind of a symbolic, and he'd go
Yeah.
out with his wife and do the programs. But the other thing is they have some big buck people in construction who are supporting them.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is money at the national
People who are
level.
doing the library could be very helpful.
Okay.
As a thank you.
Kinds of
As a
things.
thank you to the city.
As a thank you,
Yeah.
but again, I'm saying they have this a whole list of the large contractors that volunteer for Habitat for Humanity across the country. And they're putting in millions. And
Yeah.
wow, that no wonder they're doing so
Yeah.
much good.
And architectural firms, we had some Samasco and Burbridge, or we had a really good architectural firm that donated, did all this stuff pro bono when I was working with Habitat to get the day center renovated so that we could
Okay.
launch that
Well, that's
program, and they
beautiful.
do great
More
stuff.
in your director's report?
More of my director's
Yes.
report, yes, please. So, oh man, the Fiesta party, I just, if you haven't come to one of our parties yet, please do come. Betty knows how good of a party that was. Poor Tiffany had to miss it. But we had Jack Favazza, and they ate him up. He was so great. He was so unbelievable. You know, I walk by the cut. I'm here now. I'm walking around all downtown because I live on Pleasant Street. I walk by the cut and I see on the marquee, dueling pianos, and that's Jack is one of them. And he also is performing all around New England with Captain Jack and the Strangers. And I'm thinking, we have that kind of entertainment here, with that quality entertainment. He was so gracious. He stayed. They all kind of swarmed him afterwards just to tell him how great he was. And he was absolutely lovely to every single person. I would have, he stayed late. He played a little longer. Before he even stopped playing, I had people saying, please get him for the Christmas party. So I'm gonna talk to Jack and see if we can get him. For the party. He was absolutely fantastic, and everything about the parties are we are a well-oiled machine now. Betty's been to a few, the staff all knows what to do. We've got the team that comes down from Cape Ann Savings Bank, and they're incredible, and everybody just makes it happen. So, and Open Door, as usual, knocked it out of the park with an Italian cold cut sandwich and some Italian wedding soup. And it was really good. And we got cannoli, and had our usual, punch.
Yeah, he did a Ray Charles thing. He reaches over and puts dark glasses on. And the place went wild.
Yeah.
Just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I only got it in the tail end because I had a meeting beforehand, but I am glad that things went quickly. I showed.
I'd never
some
heard
of
it
it.
before. I didn't
And
know who he
we-
was.
and I-
Oh my gosh. he's
He's playing by ear.
And he's like this
He's
young
playing by
young
ear.
guy.
I know his family personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
He sat down and the first thing he said was who his grandparents are. So that he could kind
Down
of
from
be
the
placed
floor.
with everybody. Oh, you're a Favazza who, he sat down and just got that right out of the way. So I thought that was kind of funny.
For example, is he one of the 10?
No, he
No.
has, I think he only has one sister.
This is the
remember.
reaction to be one of 10.
You know, Tiffany?
I don't know. No, I don't know the family, but I don't know if you heard this or not, but some feedback that I heard, and I unfortunately was at a Shine training in Lawrence that day, so I couldn't be here for the party, and I was really sad about it to miss it. But some feedback from Jack after performing here, he said, I think it was Natalia, he said, if any artist comes into the Rose Baker Senior Center and charges to play here, it would be foolish. He said, because this was one of the best gifts I could have been given. So to be able to come in here and play for our seniors, and that's just the kind of guy that Jack Favazza is.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I just thought I would share that he
Thank you.
really
His
enjoyed.
family comes from the Fort
Yeah.
Square.
Yeah.
He just
His one
really
family comes from
enjoyed
Fort
being
Square.
here and
Yeah.
playing for our
Yeah.
seniors and, being able to give back like
He was
that. So,
wonderful.
Yeah. It was a great vibe. We gave out so many door prizes. I tried
Talk about this.
I tried something new. I had a little bit of money in a promotional line item that I had to spend before fiscal year end, and I was just trying to think outside the box. And I thought about, Fiesta, and usually there's one day where you're watching that greasy pole and it's raining.
Oh, yeah.
So I had these, I had Seaside Graphics print up, and when they do when they customize things and put an imprint on it, you got to do like a minimum. So I had to get 12 of them, but the price was good. I got these 12 umbrellas that were red and white striped. You know, some umbrellas are red panel, white panel. So I got red and white umbrellas, and on one of the white panels in green and big capital bold letters, it said Viva.
Oh.
And I didn't know if the idea would fall flat on its face.
No.
It did not. They were so excited about winning those umbrellas. People were coming up to me afterwards. I want to buy, people that didn't win one. I want to buy one. Where do I get one? They were so excited about those umbrellas. So my hope is that they did get to use them, and that even come next Fiesta, they will again get to use them, with the thought being that if they were that excited about them, someone else is going to go, oh, where did you get that? And they're going to say, this was a door prize at an incredible party I went to at the Rose Baker Senior Center. And it'll be a conversation starter so that, and the winners of the umbrella, I opened one, which I hope I didn't get bad luck opening an umbrella inside, but I said, the caveat that comes with winning these is that when people come up to you, and they will, and say, oh my God, where'd you get that umbrella? Is that you tell them that you had a really good time here today. And they all loved it. They were like, absolutely. So,
Great idea.
yeah, so I mean, best advertising is word of mouth. So I think those will get some word of mouth. And I also used a little bit of that money to get t-shirts for all the staff. Those didn't cost much either, and I think maybe we can do t-shirts for the cookout that we do over at Stage 4 Park, or if we ever have any kind of
Good.
other public facing events, we can all kind of look more like a team with our t-shirts. So the other thing, what was it?
Did you take a photo of one of the umbrellas?
I don't think I did, but I can get one, because we gave them all out as door prizes, and then I kind of awarded one to Michelle Dwayson for being
Michelle.
for sacrificing her voice to us every year, because she rips out the chant.
Yeah.
So, and she loved it. Because every time I'm calling, pulling the ticket, she's like, oh, please, I want that umbrella. So we knew we were giving her one anyway, because that was kind of pre-planned. So I can ask Michelle to bring hers back in, and we'll get a picture of them. But
Yeah, put it on Facebook and share it,
yes,
because that
Yeah.
would be good.
yeah. So that was great. And there was something else, and I have forgotten about it now, but I'll probably remember in a minute.
Let's see, oh, is not with us today for council liaison. But how are we moving with the blackout shades to the grade?
Oh, that was it. That was the other director's report.
Good.
Thank you. So the blackout shades are installed. So we now have blackout shades, motorized blackout shades
Wow, that was
on all of the windows. The problem with these new ones, so the ones that we got from the curtain shop, which were more expensive, but the curtain shop just couldn't do the work. He finally, kept begging him to call me, and he finally called me like the day before the other people that I had to go with were coming. So anyway, had to go with Blinds to Go, big national company. They came, the ones that the curtain shop did have little solar panels that are placed up by the, charging them up all the time, that are guaranteed, they're warranted for like 10 years. These ones we got from Blinds to Go, less expensive. They need to charge, they said, every 2 to 3 months, and they charge with like an iPhone charger. They've got a cord that needs to be plugged into a cube, like an iPhone. I said, well, you see that they're very high up. I need included in the quote that cord to go all the way down to ground level so that we can charge them without having to get on a ladder and get up there. They did not do that. So part of my day yesterday was spent writing things to Blinds to Go and trying to call my sales rep, who I still haven't heard from, but they need to get back here and make that right, because it was in the quote and it's necessary. And the guy that came and put the blinds in said he didn't know anything about it. So they should be okay for now.
They work, the blinds?
They work, yeah, they work fantastic. We had a presentation that later on that day from a gentleman named John Clark, who comes in and does kind of musical presentations that it's like a mixed media. So he plays, and then he's got some video that shows, because he talks about the era. He'll talk about he's talking about now like the Beatles, once they started to get into kind of psychedelic music and stuff. He did this whole, so Natalia sent me a picture of the room darkened with the blinds down. It looked fantastic. So they look good. So that means that people too, at the managers meeting this morning, the city managers meeting, they talked about the fact that city council is going to be meeting in here for the next couple of months. Well, the months where it's just unbearable up at City Hall. And I need to let somebody know about those and show them how to work them, that the people who are now sitting over by like where Sam and Mary Agnes sit, over kind of by the wall to the lobby.
Yeah.
Those people that were probably getting blinded by the sun that time of day, will no longer need to sit there and get blinded. So I'll share that good news with the city council as well. So yeah, so that's good news, but as soon as they need a charge and I'll get that taken care of.
I need to excuse myself.
Thank you for joining
Yep,
us,
thank you
Tiffany.
for letting me come in and sit. It was a pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
Absolutely. It was nice to meet you as well. It was nice to meet all of you.
Your
And
contribution about the comment, Mr. Favaza, was terrific.
I just I feel like
Well,
that's
you-
a good feeling kind of a comment.
Yes.
So I think that should be
Thank
shared.
you.
Yeah, so anyway,
Yeah.
but all right, well, thank you so
Good.
much.
Thanks so much, Tiffany. Okay, so yes,
I thought it's wise not to hassle Michael Hale.
today,
I think there's been rather a lot.
the manager's meeting this morning, the poor guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I think that the
I do
trash
it.
collection must have been
Well,
just about the last.
The
I know, but I-
DPW is trying to pick up some,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, to handle some of it, but now Mike said that the Teamsters are now harassing his workers and the DPW for doing that. They blocked the yard, they wouldn't let his workers out of the
Saw
yard.
that on the news last night. The part that I don't understand is that this was
The
known
sympathy.
for, well, this strike was known for a while that they were going to do it. Why didn't Gloucester particularly have a plan in place of what they were gonna do?
They did have a plan. The plan was to enforce the contract because there's language in there that says that when you strike, here's the things that you still must do. And Mayor Berger is making them honor that contract. So that's why Great Republic or whatever the name is,
Yeah,
is gonna be resuming trash collection, I believe, today.
Yeah.
The one day that was missed, DPW is still gonna be picking
Yeah,
up all of that,
yeah.
including my house. I trying, hoping that they get there today. But their efforts are being dogged
I see. Okay,
by Teamsters.
cause my trash was Monday and I was fine.
Right,
And
so
all of a
what
sudden,
the plan is, the plan was to make sure that the contract was pretty ironclad and to make them honor that contract, which is what is happening, so.
As a resident, I want to really commend City Halls for communicating.
Yeah.
They touched both the landline, my cell phone
Oh,
and
yeah.
an email
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
simultaneously. And
Yeah.
I think there's been 3 or 4 communications on this.
Yeah.
Answering obvious questions that only mayor's office can know the answers to.
I got like
They've done
3
a
or
really
4
first-rate job.
Yesterday, I got
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 notifications.
Yeah. But in the event of a power failure, for example, they were sending texts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So it
Yeah.
really.
yeah, I got all of those too, so yeah, we always encourage people to make sure that they're on the city
So,
alert system.
Items for next agenda.
Well, the item for the next agenda will be,
Yes.
we will have
Oh, Yes.
formation of a working group, so
Branding.
or a working group for the rebranding, which will roll into the re-ribbon cutting or whatever.
Call
So
it rebranding or brand?
branding, I think we should call it maybe branding,
Me too.
Yeah.
Agree?
yeah. Oh,
branding,
yeah.
Yeah, you know.
yeah.
So let's see, Wednesday, August the 6th, does that work for everybody?
Well, my mom's birthday.
Good.
You have it.
Anything further before we adjourn? Motion to adjourn. Thank you, Barry. Wonderful. Yay. Good meeting. Cool.
Hey,
Thank you.
wow, excellent, that was great, Barry, thank you. I know you had to put a lot of effort into that. Is Val gonna be?
I didn't know whether I was gonna get shot, though. I
No,
don't know,
that's
the office up there, but
Uh,
Right, I forgot that.